We love Arsenal.
Oh yes,
We are Arsenal.
no mercy.
We're Arsenal. Forever. We are Arsenal.
Road to Wembley.
We love Arsenal.
Good evening, all, and welcome. Welcome to FTB Sports. It's the Arsenal versus Villarreal reaction show. Please smash the likes, share, and subscribe. But boy, Gunner King. Yeah, do you know what? Let's start with you, Gunner King. The lineup came out.
Yep.
Which looked probably a little bit like that, where Smith Rowe and Pepé were quite fluid, weren't they? They seemed to be switching with each other, but that's pretty much how we lined up. When that came up and when we started, was you happy with that?
Yeah, I mean, like that front four, I think what he's going for is, I don't want to say it's City's because people have played with false nines before and in interchanging front threes or front fours. They've got the movement. You know, those four players have got that movement on and off the ball to make that system work. You know, I think it's the first game that it's been used in. But
did it work?
I wouldn't. We caused the problems. I think we caused the problems, but I think it's very hard to judge a system. You know, a new system, or when a player's in a new position in the first match. You know, like I think it needs time. You know, but I mean, given the circumstances of Laka not being fit, and Oba still recovering from malaria, and Nketiah, I think that was too big a game to play Nketiah in or Balogun.
Premiership's too big for Nketiah.
Yeah, so I think all things considered, what else could he have done? Do you know what I mean? Like literally, you know, like I mean, the only other option would have been to risk Lacazette, or play a not fully fit Oba.
Why not start with Oba? Brezzy? I mean, Brezzy, would you have started with Oba up top or Martinelli?
Uber, no. Martinelli, yes. I think him with Pep on the left, Saka on the right. That's got pace all over it. That would be my preferred front three. With Uber and Laka, rather than take them time just to get back and then hopefully be free for the second leg when we're going to need them, especially like Kieran Tierney as well. Obviously, his Spar's been sent off. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to put someone in midfield.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, the formation that he went with and the person he went with, I can't really argue with it. I mean, it's the best we had out of the squad that we've got. Just hopefully that when they rest them, they'll be free for Thursday, and that's the main thing. Is go into the second leg and hopefully nick a win and get into that final.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Flip's sake, I don't know, but hey, Lottie, evening chess. What a shit show, Gumza. Was it a shit show?
Horrendous first half. I'm so thankful we got out of there for 2-1, especially once Ceballos went off. Again, on the preview, we said if we lost 2-1, we'd take it. So I've got to be happy with that. It's something to build on. Second half, we were a lot better. But I think I don't normally get onto Arteta. You lot probably know I'm one of the guys that really back him. And before the game, when I saw the lineup, I said to my friend, he's either going to come out a genius or he signed his own P45. And at half time, I'm like, I can't even defend it anymore. I know sometimes you have to put your neck on the line with things, but it just weren't the game for me to go with that. Again, I think more Smith Rowe played up front, and it just didn't work for me. It all over the place. And Foyth, I think that's the biggest saving grace, is he pulled his hamstring, because he was just tearing through the middle of the pitch and we couldn't live with him, and everything they created kind of started from him. So him pulling his hamstring could be a saving grace for us, because Ceballos, he gave Ceballos a torrid time. And Tobias is my guy. I felt so sorry for him having to try and track that run the whole time.
He was making Foyth look like flipping Cafu, for God's sake.
He was just running through the
ridiculous.
middle.
See, this is why I don't think this was the game to take Xhaka out of midfield either.
But Xhaka couldn't stop him there. It's the left side, isn't it? Because Pepe was coming and starting quite high and on the left. So Foyth was the outball. So then Sabas has got to try and get across and stop him, and you can't do it. So, yeah, the way we pressed, it was maybe we tried to press them high, but it left that big hole between Pepe and Xhaka, and Sabas then had to try and keep trying to fill it.
And he couldn't get back.
Yeah, you can't get across there. So, yeah, sometimes you have to just sit in, don't you, and say, you lot can keep it back there, break us down. And Villarreal
I think we worked it out as the game went on. I think when Sabas got his yellow card, that was the last time that happened, I think. But the goals, King, the goals, talk me through. I mean, I just think we keep giving teams head start because we should not be letting in goals like that. I mean, we know Xhaka's, he's going to need help with Chukwueze. We shouldn't keep backing up, let him getting into the box. Then we got a problem. I mean, and the second goal, where was the marking on both the header and the player coming in to finish?
See, this is my problem with, I think this is my slight fault in Arteta's system, because on paper it looks like a back four, but Xhaka is interchanging and moving into the midfield, and then it's turned into a three. Sometimes the wider players are like playing in like the half kind of fullback position. And the problem with that is that leaves that worked okay against Racers FC because they don't play with width. But Villarreal, that Chukwueze guy, that's not the guy. That's not the guy to be. I really don't know why he's freezing out Suarez. Like, as silly as it sounds, if Tierney's not fit, just play a fullback. Play an actual fullback in the fullback position. It can't be any worse than asking a midfielder to not only play in the fullback position, but then to interchange and move into midfield when we're transitioning forward.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, on the counter, as Gums has said, that ball over the top's coming, and then you've got Capoue and Co running through the centre as well.
Yeah.
I just felt that created a mismatch on that side. It really created a mismatch, which we couldn't deal with in the first half.
Yeah, no. I mean, so excuse me. Brezzi has this experiment now finished with Xhaka playing left back.
Oh, I hope so, because Xhaka can't play left back, and the fact that we've learned that Klasnak, we've got no recognised left back. I'd rather put Saka there and then Xhaka. At least Saka can actually drive forward. He can actually, he's got the pace, so he can actually run back. He's more of a left wing back than anything else. I'd rather have him there than Xhaka. Keep Xhaka in midfield. That's all I would say. And then in the summer, get a left back in, because obviously Kieran Tierney's also going to have injuries.
We need someone as a backup, very, very good backup. Someone challenging Tierney for that spot.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, I mean, Gumza has Saka and doing a Perez basically. You can remember Perez against Bournemouth for that penalty. That's
my best mate Dwight from the US, by the way.
Is that Dwight?
He's a United fan. Yeah, that's Dwight.
Start trolling us, flip's sake. But has Pepe given Arteta stay of execution right now?
Yeah, he's done well to buy that, to be fair. And yeah, it's given us a lifeline, one that I couldn't see at half time. It really gave us a lifeline. So yeah, thank the heavens above that he's done it. I'm not one for cheating, but it's football now. Some of the decisions I see given is just ridiculous. I think even the Ceballos second yellow, I just don't know where you expect him to put his foot. He's running, do you know what I mean? And this is my argument sometimes with Pepe, and it's the same with Partey. It's the sloppy passing. Like, do you know what I mean? If he just gives the ball to Ceballos properly, we're under no pressure and we keep possession. It's a sloppy pass in. Ceballos then has to chase it down, and he hasn't really made a tackle, but he has caught the guy on the ankle. And it's then another second yellow, and it's just those little things. Why? Do you know what I mean? I get people make mistakes, but there was so many just under no pressure. And we were kicking the ball off. There was one touch when I think the last 4 minutes the ball's gone to holding, and it skipped off his knee and gone out for a throw in. And it's those things where I can't blame Arteta, but then I look at the system today and I think I got to give you some of the blame today because
I think
some of the blame. Some of the blame.
He takes.
I've got to give
takes
him
a
some,
higher
again,
portion. He takes a higher portion of that blame.
Yeah,
today.
the first goal I could say,
when you get to me,
give it to him. The second goal, that to me, it doesn't matter how you set up defensively, you've got to be better. Is it the Partey switched off at the back post? But even before that, the free header in the middle of the 6-yard box, Leno's half come. It's like it's just those things there. I can't even look at my manager because someone's just got to take charge. Do you know what I mean? And deal with certain things. So yeah, performance. I could say I could look at Arteta. I think he got it wrong. Martinelli to me should have started up front. Just put a recognised striker. The same as saying about left back. Just put a recognised defender in there. So yeah, Arteta will get that for me, but I still can't get away from just our players. Just I don't know what it is with them at the moment.
That second yellow was a joke.
Yeah, it's silly.
Like,
it's silly.
try and like if I like I will hand on heart say like if it's a red or I don't defend players but I'm literally watching it here on the screen.
I don't know where he's going to put his foot. Yeah, where's he going to put his foot? Yeah,
I think the thing is though, it just looks like a stamp. I'm playing devil's advocate here. It looks like a stamp when the way he puts his foot down. That's the only thing. And you know what? It's never going to be rescinded because there is contact. But
the thing is, he made a tackle earlier, which was more of a yellow card than when he got sent off.
Absolutely,
and I think that played the part. If he didn't make that tackle earlier, the referee might have then let him off this one.
My thing though is that
never a yellow.
But the thing is though, I think Arteta could have managed that. Right,
Yeah,
number one, by taking him off because he did a foul straight after the whistle went in the second half.
And
I said to myself, listen, I'm tagging you in. I'll be tagging you in, bro. Listen, and I think that he should have actually taken him after he did that foul because that's it. He's on last chance in there. But
and to be fair, that's when you know.
But here we go, Mr. Nigerian Englishman. One touch TV.
Yeah, she loves me like that. Like damn, damn, damn. Like damn, damn.
That's how they got me.
Yeah,
bro.
but look, listen, I want to bring this in.
Bro.
Some of that defending was shocking. Basic mistakes. I've seen better in non-league. We made them look like prime Barcelona. Talk to me.
I will give her that. I will give her that. But for me, look, I already think Pep is on Arteta's on a BTEC Pep anyway, but he's on work experience, yeah? So my guy was sitting watching the PSG game last night and said, my mentor did it. Maybe I can do it too. Yes, he won. Yes, I can do it. So he thought for the biggest game of his career as a manager, the biggest game of his career, he thought, do you know what? Like, if he could have convinced me that he's been thinking about this if he tried it out against Everton, a nothing game that there's nothing to play for in the league. So if he tried it out then, then I'd be okay. I'd probably even back it. But you tried something new because you saw your man them do it last night in your biggest game of the year, and the team just looked lost. Smith Rowe looked lost all night. Odegaard is just coming back from injury. You're playing him in a brand new system. Like, come on. I'm not even getting on the players just yet because for me, Arteta could have prevented these things from happening. The first goal is because we don't even know our shape. 100%. That first goal doesn't happen if we have our proper shape, right? The second goal...
With Chukwueze running at... first off, it was...
Chukwueze against Xhaka. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
that's a complete mismatch. It's embarrassing how much of a mismatch that is. Like, so obviously, for me,
he learned nothing from Richarlison, obviously.
True.
Bro, literally, Richarlison showed him, like, if Xhaka plays against a top winger, like someone that's a bit tricky, he struggles. Even though he did well in the last 10 minutes, don't get me wrong. But that goal never needed to happen. I'm starting Cedric. He plays one bad game as left back, and he never plays left back again. Like, what?
Yeah.
What is that? How many bad games, period, has Xhaka played? Not even at left back, centre mid, centre, whatever. There's so many positions that he plays bad, but he gets in the team every freaking week, bro. Like I'm pissed off because look, if we were in the first half, I said, you know what, it makes sense. He's keeping the team the same. It looks like we're in the game, but we're not even in the game.
No, but okay. Do you know
So
what?
not
Do you know
only
what?
is-
So sorry to
having
cut
an
in there.
income.
So sorry to cut in there. But
That's all right.
I'm gonna say this, right? I think, right. Yes, they scored their goal early after 6-7 minutes. Okay. After that, I thought we come into the game. I thought we looked all right. We looked pretty much.
For sure.
You know
For
what?
sure.
You know what? We was. You know, there was a sense of kind of control. Okay. Second goal went in,
And
right?
then?
But the second goal went in.
Okay.
That was for me against the runner play, and
For sure.
but it was a catalogue of mistakes. One from have given someone a free header. I think that was Holding's man, and then the second, I think Partey lost his man.
Didn't we used to have a player on the post? Didn't we used to do that?
I just want a commanding keeper in that situation. It's the first header's in the 6-yard box. Just come and punch everything.
And do you know what? We had that with Martinez.
Yeah, you're right.
We had that with Martinez, but I'm not going to go
Gunners,
there.
don't talk about him again, please.
I know.
I
But
And do you know what I said? I know. Sorry, I play centre back, and do you know what? There's keeper. Even now when I'm coaching my keeper, so he's made a few mistakes, and everyone says to me, "How come you keep encouraging him to come?" I said, "Because I need it to breed confidence. He needs to be confident in coming. So if he comes and makes a mistake, I'm not going to get onto him because he needs to keep coming." And I said that's going to help you defenders when you know he's going to come every time. So the last thing you need as a defender, if he comes once and then don't come the second time, it needs to be a habit. So again, it's that element of he doesn't look confident at the moment. It doesn't help the back four either. So I'd rather him come and miss sometimes, but I know every time it goes in there, he's going to come for it because as a defense, you then know what you're setting up with. But again, it's just like we're just playing everything by chance. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's hurtful watching.
Having played as a striker, if you see, like, I would either play as a winger or a striker, like a wing forward. So I would take set pieces quite a lot. That was something I was quite good at. And if you're taking corners and you see the keeper come in every time, then you have to mix it up and you have to
send it further.
Your set pieces have to be further away from the goal where there is less chance where they can cause danger.
Yeah,
you know. So
I know that's the thing. I mean, once you've got a keeper, then you have to think about where you're going to put that ball. You can't put that ball anywhere around the 6-yard box because you know the keeper's going to come out and smash it. Seaman, Lehman, Martinez, they were the three keepers that we had that were good at commanders.
Do you remember a few years ago when De Gea first come to the Prem? And every team just put 6 players inside the 6-yard box. No one touched him, but just stand there and block him.
We had Fabianski. We had Almunia. None of them, they were all Draculas, man. They didn't like crosses.
Yeah, and teams would just play on that all day. Just flood the box, and he's not going to come.
Oh, mate. I don't even know what to say, bro.
I just got to... you guys are lucky tonight. At one point, you know what's going to need all your Xmas, Easter Eve to come at once. But you got a chance still. But listen, he's right. We still do have a chance, right?
Bro, how are we still in the tie?
I have no idea. Someone's looking after Arteta because right now, people should be calling for his head, right? 2-0. That's done. We're not scoring 2 without Villarreal not replying.
For sure, especially at home.
Bruno's goal. Sorry, it's on the screen there.
I don't even want.
Bro, let's not talk about that. Like, this is my issue with Arteta. Yeah, Ceballos is not supposed to see the second half in this game. Let's be honest. You might say it wasn't a second yellow card, but Ceballos he did half.
Right, he did a foul straight away after half time.
But why is he even playing in that second half, bro? Kind of like look at it from that point. Like, look, this is my reasons. We're not in the game. Ceballos is having a stinker and he's on a yellow card. Like, surely you're not gonna risk that if you're a manager that knows football. But obviously we have a work experience, guys, so you get what we pay for.
But I think the reason Ceballos plays is because he does Xhaka's running for him. So if you look, Ceballos is always the one that gets round on the left. Because Xhaka,
you know what we need? We need a powerful centre midfielder who's got some pace because today it just showed that Ceballos got no pace.
Yeah, he's got
Or
90.
if-
That's it.
Do you reckon if we?
Rinsed him.
Do you reckon
know-
if we?
Do you know what I miss, right?
Go on.
The days when Wenger refused to sign anyone with less than 99 pace on FIFA. We just need to go back to it.
Yep.
Oh my
Do you
god!
reckon if we protest tonight, we can get them to leave Danny in Spain?
Well, he can't play
But
anyway.
do you know what?
Like, it might as well
trying
be
his
his last
best.
game for the club. I won't lie.
He is trying his best for us not to win that Europa League because his performances in this Europa League this season have been poor. From giving away goals, for other teams and things like that. Poor performances.
I don't want to see him in our shirt
I
again.
personally
There's no reason to
I
play
feel
him
for
again
him.
this season.
I personally maintain I think he's more of a number 10.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I just think playing him deeper in central midfield, well, you need two pivots, or so you need to play with a flat three.
I'm not allowing this.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I know Danny's your guy, but
I feel
let's be
for it
honest. He had a
Joe-
chance at the start of the season to consolidate that number 10 spot. Arteta
He
tried
did.
him there, and he was dead, bro. We didn't have a number 10 for how long, and he couldn't
Yeah, no, he
consolidate
didn't
a
get
position. He can't play a number 10, not in the Premier League anyway. Maybe
Yeah.
Italy or
Yep.
Spain. Please stay in Spain, Danny. We don't need you.
I
See,
think-
I put that down more to who he had behind him at that time. You know, Pai went out injured. Xhaka is not. You need someone with more power, more pace, and more mobility to play behind him in a number 10 role.
you
And
need
he didn't
someone
really
fast.
play that many games with a
Pace
fit
control.
party.
It's in the mid.
You lot are so generous. Prezi, put these guys in check, Prezi. Tell them about Ceballos, Prezi. Show them about this guy.
That's what I wanted to see. So, with obviously next week, the players will be that bit more. Well, the players come back from injury a bit more fresh. Brezzy, who would you like to see? Playing. Who played tonight? Who would you like to see benched? And who would you like? From the injuries coming back in. Who would you like to kind of see to come in next Thursday?
100% Lacazette. I think his hold-up play would be absolutely crucial for the game. Odegaard, Saka, I still want to play. I just still think Martinelli should get a shout out because his energy and his passion for the badge is something that we've been lacking and we need. I think Aubameyang needs just a few more minutes probably on the game on Sunday just to kind of test him out, see how he's going to be. And we could probably put him on the bench as an impact sub. But the main thing we're going to need is someone to be on the centre mid with Partey because of Ceballos also being out on a red card.
Well, to me, that would be Xhaka.
Yeah, Shaq comes in there.
Yeah, but then obviously, are they really going to risk Tierney? Because obviously, if he gets injured again on Sunday, then he's going to be out for Thursday. I'd rather
What did you say?
This is our season.
Wait, Brezzy, what did you say? Wait. What was the last thing you just said, bro? Like, if I see Kieran Tierney anywhere near the squad on Sunday, I will lose my rock. Like, I'll lose my rag. Bro. Like, literally,
Yeah,
I don't
that's what I'm saying,
just
though.
save him for Thursday.
Yeah,
Saka,
that's what I'm saying.
Thursday.
Save him
Okay,
for Thursday, what I'm saying. So
Give him a little training match.
No.
Against
a
the
training match.
youth.
You're right. A training
Yeah,
match.
Against the youth. You know what I mean? But look, this comment from Sam, Spurs for Life. Obviously, the name says it all. How do you prepare for next week? But the thing is, though, there is all seriousness in this, right, for us. So how do you prepare for next week with a Prem game in between? Next week is win or bust for Arteta. Work experience may be terminated earlier than expected. Now, the thing is, he's right. You know what? How do we prepare for next week? Because look,
Personally,
we've got Newcastle away. Sorry, at home. Is it at home?
yeah.
It's Newcastle at home. Obviously, well, they're going to have no Willock, so that's probably a plus for us.
No late goals.
Yeah, no late goals. But how do we prepare for that?
way.
For me, I'm
no way
playing
game.
Luiz and Gabriel as my centre backs. And if they perform, then they're in for a shout for next Thursday, I believe. I'm resting Saka. I'm resting Pepe to a certain degree. I think
Pepe's got to play. Pepe's got to play on Thursday.
Yeah, and you've got cover in them positions. I think you've got cover with even if you brought Reece Nelson, you've got Willian. You got Martinelli.
Exactly.
So do you know what? Throw them lot in. I think you maybe then rest Partey and you put Xhaka and El Nene in midfield. Play the Cedric. I don't really want to see Bellerin, but even if you play Bellerin, but yeah, to me, you just rest up as much as you can. And again, it gives a shout because Gabriel and Luiz have played well together. I think Gabriel struggled more when he's next to Holding. So if Luiz looks fit, and again, he's a natural leader, so he might be vital for that next leg. So yeah, I would give them two a try. Willian, and you come. El Nene might as well get some. Well, Tobias can play on a midweek as well, actually, on Sunday, can't he? Because he's not going to be there next Thursday. So if it means you then rest Partey and maybe rest Xhaka as well. But yeah, I'm looking to rest. Thursday's a nothing game for us. All eggs have got to go towards next Thursday, haven't they?
Yeah, so
definitely.
It's definitely a juggling act, which he's got. I tell you what, mate, he is really learning on the fly, basically.
Literally.
He's winging it. He is winging it right now because I'll tell you what.
Arteta's like, you remember them days where you knew you didn't prepare your presentation the night before and you just got in front of the team like, yo, I know a couple bullet points, let me just wing it. Like, yeah.
And let me hear what he says before and I'm going to take what he said and flip it.
Yeah, literally. And just like Adam was saying, I also would like to add blah, blah, blah. That's literally what he's doing, bro. He saw Pep last night and thought, yeah, he did it. I can do it. Because obviously my players are just as quality as City.
I want to defend that one point, though.
He made this lineup last night.
Guys, I think that was more necessity with the strikers that that were injured. I personally think I don't think this was the game. I mean, Martinelli playing up top is an experiment in itself, right?
Is but
it's more of an experiment than what we did today.
He's not playing any games up top for over a season.
When you're under pressure, sometimes even if you know it's not going to work, you just go with what everyone wants to see, and then you can turn around and say, "Look, I've done all I can." That's down to them on the pitch. He wouldn't get questioned the same if he had played Martinelli up front. I'm questioning him because I'm like, the Smith Rowe was a risk and it didn't work up top. So I know what we're saying about the shape and stuff. To me, we still played a 4-2-3-1. But
would you? Would you have started with Aubameyang and then just rinsed him until he had nothing in the tank?
No.
And then no, why not?
I would have.
Because look, they've got a 35-year-old. They've got a 35-year-old centre back who can't run. The other one's not too nippy himself, but he's a good defender.
Powell. He's
Torres. He's good, but 35. Why not put someone up there who can stretch? We could see that we was played into the hands all night until Martinelli come on.
Thank you. They weren't pressured at all. If you look, there was moments where I saw Smith Rowe trying to do hold-up play. It was embarrassing, like the poor guy. So all this is like I was under the impression that Odegaard was brought in to challenge Smith Rowe for the number 10 position. Like, but Arteta is so inexperienced. He's like, Smith Rowe is a good player. Odegaard's a good player. Do you know what? You can just play them together. Just play them together, mate. They'll figure it out.
They can play together. I'm not convinced they can't play together.
No, I'm not saying they can't, but there's no need for it. That's what I'm saying. There's no need for it. We've got wingers. Why is Smith Rowe playing on one side and Odegaard the other side? We don't need them to double up on the wing. Like, what has this done to Smith Rowe's confidence this game? Do you think it's done anything positive for the game, for his confidence? Of course not. I would have rinsed Aubameyang tonight, at least for 45 minutes.
That's what I would have done. I would have got him, some minutes, some proper minutes. I know it's one of the, is he fit or whatever, but play him into the, to the ground until he is coming off and he's blowing. Then at least he can rest his legs, whatever. Maybe be sub against Newcastle, get a few more minutes there, and then on Thursday he'd be kind of roaring to go, because I don't think Lacazette's fit. I really don't.
The thing is, I think with Aubameyang, I mean, I really think if he had been match fit to start that game, he would have started him. He was literally backed into a corner where he needed a striker. I think Aubameyang must have not been match fit. I don't believe for a second that he would have self-sabotaged himself and not picked him.
I do agree because Albert come on
Because
late.
he's not done it this season, though. Because he's not self-sabotaged in the past.
But, and to be fair, Albert come on really late. But if that's the case, you then put Martinelli up there and make your life easier.
Bruv.
Today, as I said, today's not the day to experiment. He should have done that last weekend against Everton and then tried the false nine. Today wasn't the day for it.
So what? Did Aubameyang have the muscles?
I mean, with this here, fit goal scoring puts that last chance away, as he's the only man I would want in that position.
I'm not having that, bro. He should put that chance away regardless. Look, Aubameyang's recovering from freaking malaria, bro. Not a hamstring or a muscle strain. He's like, after 2 days, man was back in work after malaria, bro. He's a professional footballer. What are you talking about? With all the nutrients, vitamins, all the healthy stuff he's eating, man like me, 48 hours I did enter my work. Is he mad? He's taking him
in the office.
3 weeks.
I'm ready.
3 weeks off, bro. What's he talking about, man? He cut my friends. We're gonna eat your pounded yam.
Listen, I would have played it. I would have played him tonight. But look, guys, we're still in it. As much as somehow. At 2-0, it would have been shambolic as the ticker goes by there. I was looking for a word here. It would have been shambolic. I was waiting for them to score a third, to be honest. But look, we're still in it somehow. However, the second leg, we'll deal with on a preview. But are we confident, Brezzy?
I want to be. I really want to be. I see how Sunday goes with Newcastle and who he plays. But he's going to have to put all the stops out on Thursday. It has to be a full-on attack game. He has to cut. It's no holds barred game. Let's put it that way. He has to be full out. But we've got the players, we've got the talent, we've got the quality. We can do it. It's just depending if he plays the right formation with the right players.
What is the right formation?
I do like the 4-2-3-1, but I mean, sometimes if you don't know, go back to basics. Just do a 4-4-2. I know it's boring, but at least obviously it's a simple formation to work with.
Yeah. I mean, King. Leonard wasn't at fault for any of these goals today, was he? He kept us in the game.
He made a great save.
He made some good saves, but I agree with Gumza that he could have, a confident keeper that comes off his line and clears the cross from the set piece.
So you're saying that he should have got the corner?
Well, I mean, it's never. We need a keeper that can claim those balls into the box, those crosses. They're like Gumza was saying, that can come out and just punch the ball clear. But I mean, I guess that would be harsh. He made some good saves, particularly in the second half. So yeah, I think he, he had a good performance off of the back of the mistake against Everton. I think I'm optimistic that we can still win the game at home as well. And what I want to say about the system as well is I think we should try 4-3-3 as well, with 3 in the center, and then sort of your wider wing forwards, as opposed to 4-2-3-1 a bit. I think. Maybe Partey at the bottom with Xhaka and Ceballos either side.
Partey needs to be in his position.
Yeah, and then that's the system that I would go with. Maybe sacrifice a number 10 just to kind of give you a bit more presence in the center of the park. Maybe try that. I think.
I mean, Gumza, you confident?
I don't know why I am. And to be fair, I've called 3-1 2 games in a row and I've got it wrong both times. I think I might not have making predictions. Next week you might not see me.
Say it's 3-1.
I'm superstitious as well, so next week you might not see me. But for some reason, I feel we're going to go through. I think, it can't get any worse than what it was today. I said it on the preview. It's happened so many times. We've had a bad performance in the second game. We pick it up a bit. So I think the second half, the boys could take a bit of confidence because 2-0 down and with 10 men, I'm looking at just get out of here 2-0. Just get out at 2-0. We managed to claw a goal back. So it can be done. The boys coming back should be hopefully raring to go. And they are big players for us. Like Tierney is massive for us. Even if when we had Kolasinac, Tierney was still massive for us. It was a big difference him playing. I think Laka obviously gives you that bit extra. And again, I think it's just the little things he does which go unnoticed sometimes. And today I really noticed what we missed him. Yep. Do you know what I mean? Just coming to get the ball and taking the pressure off us, winning free kicks in our own half. Just those little things where it makes such a difference. He was definitely missed. So I think him hopefully being back. I feel we will go through. I don't know why I'm so confident, but
I love it.
Yeah,
you got me. You got me. Nigerian Englishman. How you feeling?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not confident, but I think we'll go through. Do you know why? For the sheer fact that what we've been talking about on like the previews prior to this is that we don't do things the easy way, guys. No. Which other way did you expect this was going to be done? Like a 6-2? Nah, bro. Like we're Arsenal, man. We must sweat. We must get heart attack. We must drop our food. We must do everything, bro. We must do it. And then when all is lost, we'll just like we're giving up on the team. They'll just pull it out, just like they did today. They're madmen, bro. They don't care about our mental health. They don't care about it. Basically,
they don't care.
I'm probably get sections after the second leg.
I tell you, they've been doing it for years.
It's like every time I think we've turned a corner and thinking actually we're on the way up, we then do something mad, and then when you think all hope is gone,
then they
these boys turn up, and all of a sudden it's like last year.
The thing is, I think we played better with 10 men.
We did,
and that was the crazy thing. But guys, look, I want to wrap this up now. We got out of jail there, really. How we're still in this tie, I don't know.
No idea.
Did you see Martinelli celebrating the full-time whistle?
No, don't tell me. No. Don't tell me that.
He gave it that one, and I was like, even he knew that goal was vital. Yeah, watching full-time whistle, Martinelli's like pumping.
I mean, I get it, but that's only if we letting go. Only if those 2 goals were worldies, and you know what? They're kind of like goals that that. Because we're normally watertight at the back, then you can kind of say to yourself, do you know what? I'm confident of us keeping a clean sheet at the Emirates, but I'm not, man. I'm not. And that's the thing. So there's going to be more twists and turns. I could see, he comes to saying a 3-1. I can see that. I can see that. However, though, we're going to have to be on our game. And I think we need to kind of, Newcastle's probably about getting players fit. In preparation for that, but look, as you all said, man, this team gives us all heart attacks. I want to thank you all. I'm going to give it to you. Any last words? Any last words from anyone? Want to say anything?
Arteta,
positive.
We are struggling to trust the process. We are struggling.
We're struggling.
Give us
shockingly
hope.
shy.
Give us hope.
Well,
I just want to counter on that part and just say, that needs to go to Kroenke. Like he's the one who put him there to trust him with the process in the first place, and this really highlights what he has given him to work with is an absolute joke.
No, King, I'm not having it, bro. Stop this, King.
This is another show.
So embarrassing.
We will keep this. Let's keep our powders dry for this one because there's another show, and I'm sure it's a contentious thing where we could actually discuss that maybe on Wednesday or Tuesday. I was going to say for gunslingers. But guys, I want to thank you all for joining.
It was a pleasure.
Bless. We got out of jail free there, flipping heck. I tell you what, all to play for. Still in it.
Let's go, man.
Kroenke out.
Kroenke out. I'm with him.
Get him out.
Yeah, Kroenke out.
Thank you, guys. Bless.
Thank you.
We are Arsenal. When we born, we love Arsenal. Oh yeah.